Kristi. Welcome back to my channel. Get this out of the way. It's February, so I thought we'd talk folios. There's a couple of definitions for folios. Folios can be the numbers on pages. Folio can be one sheet folded over. It can be the booklet you make out of sheets folded over. But it can also be short for portfolio, which is where you is the keeper. It would be the keeper of all of the folios. That's why it's called portfolio. It's where you hold all the papers. So in the junk journaling world, we do all of the above. We make books where you can hold all the papers, pockets, tags, all the things. But we also make little basic folded paper. I mean, every time you make a signature, you're making folios. The whole signature is technically a folio. Like originally, in the 1500s, the Gutenberg Bible, that was considered a folio. And that was just because of the way it was printed. I mean, it was folded paper, and then they printed in columns on the pages, and they called that a folio. I don't know. Anyway, the meaning changes, whatever the meaning is for you. Today we're going to do a very, very basic folio. This idea comes from Julie over at Camellia Craft Designs. I love Julie. If you have not seen her channel, you need to watch her channel. If you need to brighten your day, check out Julie's channel. I will have the link below. But we're going to call this, or she has called this, a quick and easy pocket folio. She used a 12 by 12. I'm using these 8.5 by 11s. I don't know. These look like pink monarch prints, but they could be Victoria designs. I'm not sure. They're one or the other. But you can see some of these are misprints from the printer. I'm just going to trim that piece off. And we're going to do 3 of these because I think it would be fun to have these in our stash to add to the center of a journal, or maybe the cover for each signature within a journal, or just for storing something that you want to keep, maybe as a, to put a gift card in, or anything like that. You make it your own. I'm going to take Julie's and change it up, and you take mine and change it up, and so on and so on. Okay, so this, like I said, this is double-sided. You just need to decide, this is the hardest part, which side you want to be the outside. This is printed on, I think this is 40-pound paper. So I am going to go ahead and score it carefully. Julie says to have your paper 8 inches tall, so I guess I need to cut it first. 8 inches tall by 9 inches wide. So let's do that first. Sorry about that. Should have looked at that first. I wrote down really quick directions, so if I didn't understand something, I'm going to do it wrong, and that's okay. All right, so let's make this the long side 9 inches. All right, I don't know which side do I want to cut from. It doesn't really matter. This, I think, is part of the paper grunge. I don't think it's from my printer. Okay, let's do 9 inches. So this will be slightly smaller than most things that I would do. Save all these because we're going to use them. And then 8. So that gives us a little half-inch strip. All right, and then so we have an 8 by 9. Let's do that on all 3. Let me pick 2 more. We've already got a stripe on that one. Let's do this one. I like this one. It's got a stripe too, but that's okay. And then I kind of like, yeah, I always have loved this blue paper. Okay. So we want to make this 9 Hope you guys all had a great weekend. It's been raining and raining since Thursday. I know we need the rain, but I'm about done. Got a little bit of sunshine today and I'm enjoying it. I need to go outside to enjoy it. Alright, so this one is 9 by 8. Okay, now the next thing you need to decide is which is the outside, because that's the part you want to put on top when you're scoring, because you always want to score away from your fold line. So we are going to score at 1.5 and 5.5. Let's see if I wrote these directions down. I had that score tool. There it is. 1.5, 5.5. Okay. The outside out, 1.5, 5.5. And I think I want this side. I'm going to do with the flowers all on the outside. 1.5 and 5.5. Okay. Then we're going to fold this over and fold this over. So this also will make an envelope. So this is kind of, you know, an envelope for the center of your journal, but what is going to make it a folio or a portfolio is that we're going to add pockets and store things in it. So ephemera or whatever you would like to have. So, all right. Round all the corners. I can do that if I can find my corner rounders. I'm going to use the 1/4 inch side. So I'm going to open this back up and I'm just going to round all the corners. Now, the reason we're rounding the corners is because Julie finds sharp corners offensive. So, I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Hi, Julie, if you're watching. I don't know that Julie watches my channel. But hi to all of those who are watching my channel. I appreciate you being here, taking the time to watch my little videos. My haphazard, chaotic. They seem that way to me, though. I've heard otherwise. People say, no, it sounds fine. It's organized. I don't feel organized when I'm recording them necessarily. So, okay. So now we have everything rounded. And these are going to be beautiful. I almost wish I'd have put that on the inside, but that's okay. It gives me something different on the outside because these two are very similar. All right. So the next thing I have is stacked pocket on the left side, one pocket on the right. Sew into signature. So I'm going to take these, and we're going to make pockets from these. I probably am just going to put one pocket on each side. And then what I was thinking of doing was taking these and putting them at the top more like a belly band, because these are kind of short pockets. But I could make these belly bands and put these across. I don't know. Let's see. Let's just do one thing at a time. I think I'm going to stick with Julie's original plan and make pockets. So this piece measures 3.5 because of the way we scored it. Is that right? Let's measure it with the right side up. 3.5. About well, about 3 7/16 if you want to be accurate, but that's because my cutter is always slightly off. So I'm going to do these 3 3/8. So that's what I'm going to do with these pieces. And then I think what I may do is, you know what's funny is these are not the same size. So I goofed up somewhere. Did you guys see it? I have no idea where. So 3 3/8, 1, 2, 3. One and 3 3/8, and the beauty of having double-sided paper is that I can just turn those over. So these are going to give me my stack pocket on the left. So 3 3/8 and 3 3/8. Okay. That one is not going to go with this one. And I think this, so let's just alternate them this way. And that way I know this will go with this one. 3 3/8 and 3 3/8. Okay, now I have some cluster fodder. Let's call it that, cluster fodder. Okay, I have another page back here that I am going to cut into for pockets. So it is double-sided. Ooh, I like that side too, but let's break it up. Let's do 3, how wide did we say? 3 3/8, so that will be the same. And then we will do a bigger pocket. So let's say this is 11. 9 divided by 3 would be 3. So 3, 6, 9, 10. Let's do 3.5. All right. So almost square, just a little bit over. So there's 1, 3.5, and 3.5. And that leaves me with a 1/2 inch strip, just like I calculated. Okay, so now we're ready. Now you'll want to do a little thumb notch. You can do that with your circle punch, which I don't have handy, so I'm going to do it here on my envelope punch board because I always have it handy. I'm going to make sure that these are the right way up. And that may be why this is in my collage stuff, because this is one way and this is upside down. So I kind of like this one as a pocket. So I think I'm going to use that one. Now because this is 3 3/8, half of this is going to be just, let's see, okay, if I had done, this is how I do math, guys, 3.5. Half of 3.5 is 1.5 plus 1/4. Okay, so 1.5 plus 1/4. But because it's not 3.5, I'm going to do it a tick, just like a 1/16 of an inch back. So right between 3/8 and 3/4. Okay, so there's 1, and then we'll do 1, and you can kind of, you can eyeball it. You don't have to be exact. I think I'll do this one on the flower side as well. There we go. Okay, so there is our pocket for this side. And then on these, let's decide how I want these. I think I don't necessarily want that. These are not the same size, so I need to find the ones that are the same size. I guess it doesn't matter if they're used on the front. Let's see. Okay, most of these are the same. Doesn't matter for the height, just the width. So that one I cut short. I may have to substitute. Okay, I definitely don't want that in there. So that would go on here. So is it just that one I cut the wrong? Okay, well, let's see if this is, I like that. And I kind of like that. Except I think I want that one on the bottom and that on the top. That can kind of go that way. And we'll do that one. I'm going to cut a notch in these. I just want to make sure I got that right. Line them up at the top because they're not the same. So it's going to be between the 1 and, it's not 3/8, I'm sorry, 1 and 5/8 and 1 and 3/4. That's where it is. Okay. So, yes. And then this will be the same, only it's 1 pocket and 2 pockets, right? Yes. Okay. Well, let's open this one and this one. I know you can't see this one way over here, but I'll show you in a minute. I'm gonna have to recut this one piece, I think. I feel bad because I really wanted that. Anyway, it's okay. It's not the end of the world, Kristi. I want to make sure they're right side up, so I'm pretty sure that's the right side up. I don't want the polka dot side at all. That's right side up. And I kind of like that side for this one. So let's go ahead and punch those between 1 and 5/8 and 1 and 3/4, which happens to be 11/16 if anyone's interested. Okay, so we can put that one and that one and that one, and then that one would have gone there, but it's too short. So let's just take a strip of this and use this on the bottom. Need my cutter. That's the problem when you can't see the measurement. Oop, that's not the right cutter. That is chipboard only. Okay. All right. So we need, what size were these? Measure these real quick. These are almost 2 inches wide. So 1 and 7/8. That's what I was looking for. 1 and 7/8 and 3 and 3/8, right? Let's see if I got it right. Yes! Okay, so which side of this do I want to use? I think I want to use this because I think that's cool looking. I may want to use it on this one and use this because the other side of that is polka dots. I don't know, that's awful busy. Maybe I'll leave that over there. 1 and 5/8, 1 and 3/4. Okay, there we go. So super easy. If you're not making 3 at a time, you know, it's not that big of a deal. So, I mean, it's not that big of a deal making 3 at a time, but you know, that the whole point of this is to build up my stash. So I've got lace here, no lace here, so I'm going to use this one over here, and then this one will be here. All right, so let's get busy. I am going to ink. Now, I need something to ink off on because I just, that's mud. I just loaded my my ink pad, so I don't want mud on my thing. All right, so I will fast forward through the inking part and you will get the idea because you know how to ink. Okay, we are back and everything is inked, and we are just going to glue these things down, and then we will have 3 folios for our stash. I don't know if I have that division. I need to make a list of dividers for sections. Now, we have done so much ephemera together with the Start My Stash and Roxy's weekly challenge and Suzanne's altered index cards that I am in 2 baskets now. So feeling good about that. So let's see which one. I wanted this one on the bottom and then this one underneath. So let's see. I want to measure this like this, so about a 1/2 inch overlap. And I'm going to leave, of course, the bottom one will be glued, but the top one will not. So about a 1/2 inch. Let's see if I can do this without getting glue everywhere. It doesn't have to be the same size, but just going with approximate. I didn't put glue on the top piece like a dingbat. So let's put glue on this one. I'm not, like I said, not on the bottom of the top one. I have an easier way to do that now that I've done this. What I could have done and would do if I made these again is make this pocket bigger, because we have more room here. So I didn't write down all of the measurements and everything. So there we go. Cute. Very simple, very easy, and you can put an eyelet here and wrap it around. I'm not going to decorate them until I'm ready to put them in the middle of a journal, because then I may want to put a particular focal point. But what I would do is put this right in the middle of the signature here, and I might, if I was using this paper, I might, because I've folded it and because I've inked it, put some washi tape or something along here to reinforce it. But those are cute, and I'm excited to have those in my stash. So let's glue this one down. Yeah, so I think I have 3 baskets that size. I could be wrong, but I think I've got one over here on my desk that's got empty notepads, blank notepads. I'm a sucker for notepads. Don't ask me why. I buy them all the time. You would think that I write incessantly, but I don't. I just have like 10 different notebooks going at once, and I'll have one for taking notes on videos, or I'll have one for, anyway, I don't know. I just have too many. Alright, so what I'm going to do is glue this one down first and line it up. That's way easier, guys. Let's do this the easy way. Just on the sides. And like I said, you don't have to line it up the way I am. You could make this 2 separate pockets. Put one here and one here. You could make this a taller pocket. Whatever you want to do. And then I'm going to go ahead and glue this one on 3 sides. Oops. And this is a good way to use up your double-sided scraps, or even if they're not double-sided, you could stencil on the inside, and you know, you'd be good to go. I like that. Very cool. These papers are gorgeous. I'm pretty sure, like I said, that these are Pink Monarch prints. I think that's too... I like these because they're not as harsh. These are so strong that I feel like they wreck my paper. Okay, I have a Walmart delivery coming anytime. But I wanted to get this video finished so I can get it edited and up. Next, I'm going to work on Roxy's weekly challenge. So that looks fun. And I have a bunch of envelopes that I just harvested. Okay, so I don't know. I kind of like the darker one on the bottom only because of this. This is heavy, and then it kind of, does that make sense? See here, it feels like this is too same in the, I don't know. I think I like it like this, so that's what I'm going to go with. All right. Sometimes you don't know why something looks good the way it does. You just know it does, right? Sometimes there's no reason. You just like it better that way. And then we will take this one. And like I said, I'm not going to load these up right now. I'm going to put these in my stash under the Folios section, and if there isn't one, I'm going to make one. And then when we put them in a journal, then we will decorate more if need be, add the ribbon that's coordinating, or adding a focal point if we need to. But yeah, I like those, and I think I'm going to put them under something to make them flat. But you could put a piece of ephemera here so that that could tuck under it, or you could put an eyelet and wrap a string around, or you could put an elastic, all kinds of things. But I think these will be fun for journal centers. So let's just look at them again. We have this one, and they're very similar. This one, I'll probably add some real lace to them as well, maybe on the pockets. So really like that. Really like that. So thank you, Julie. Like I said, the link to Julie's video is in the description box. This is a basic folio. Have fun. See you next time. Bye now.